Hello and welcome here to McLean's state-of-the-art bookmaker shop in Junction 1, just in the very busy town of Antrim. We're here for a few special preview pieces of all the top sport with some of the top sports people. Delighted to say alongside me a man who had 28 caps for Ireland at rugby, the one and only Andy Ward. Andy, great excitement. The Six Nations only around the corner. What do you think?
Oh, it's fantastic. It's this time of year. Rugby goes on and then all of a sudden the Six Nations comes in. It takes us to a new level and it's something we're all looking forward to. The anticipation leading up to it, it's already great. So we just can't wait for that first whistle to blow.
You talk about level. What is the level between the North and the Southern Hemisphere as you see it, as it stands?
I still think there's a little bit of a gap. Every time we think we're catching up to the Southern Hemisphere, they seem to take it on another notch. So I always think there's probably about 2 steps between the two. I think, although England proved this year, they had a great chance. Albeit coming from a bit of a New Zealand background myself, I think they got them on a tired day. But it's what it is, and the All Blacks set the benchmark every year, and it's up to every other nation in the world to catch up.
Now, I do the odd tip myself for McLean's. Doesn't always work out, but Ireland are the third favourites for the Six Nations. They're 4-1. I think they've got a great life. They would be my tip. I think they're the best value.
I think so as well. I mean, they have a real steely nature about them, and the French are obviously very fancied. But they peak and trough. They go up and down. If they're having a bad day, they have an awful day. England a little bit sort of confidence players, so if they had a good win, I think that the All Blacks game gave them a little bit of confidence going into this competition. So they're going to be tough to beat, but I still fancy Ireland. I think Ireland have this bit of a gritty determination about them, and a bit to prove with Declan Kidney in there as well.
Well, some of those top Ulster players that we know, will they be back in time for the final stages of the Six Nations, or will we hold them in check for the Heineken Cup?
Well, I think we'll probably end up holding them for the Heineken Cup, to be honest, to the likes of Stevie Ferris and so forth. They haven't had enough game time under their belts to sustain a really strong sort of push into the national team at this stage. It's too late. First game kicks off this weekend. There's no chance for them there. So from an Ulster perspective, I think they're really looking forward to them for the Heineken Cup.
Right, I'm going to talk to you now about the Heineken Cup. We're the Saracens at Twickenham. Tickets are not going to be a problem. Is that an advantage for us that it's in Twickenham?
I think so. I think we'll get over there. We'll have a really good contingency. The bandwagon's already started. People are excited. They're talking about the fact that it's at Twickenham. It's a great show and it's a great stadium. So it's going to lend itself for a fantastic occasion. I think everybody should be there.
Are we going to win it?
I think they do. I have a really good chance. As I say, I think some of the top players for Ulster are going to be back in the mix, which I think is fantastic. We really need them at this stage of the competition. It's a do or die. So you got one shot, and I think they can take Saracens all the way.
You talk about one shot. Well, here with McLean's, we've got a £50 free bet for you for Cash for Kids. So you have one shot at that. Who are you going to take for that £50?
I'm going to put all my £50 right on the nose of Claremont for the competition overall winners. I just think what they have in their camp is something else. And they're playing fantastic well. The style and the brand of rugby they produce and develop week in, week out is second to none, and they're a really exciting team to watch.
Well, before we get chased, I suppose you have to say, while you tip them, you're also hoping that Ulster win it.
Oh, listen, as I speak to you right now, I've got my fingers crossed in my pocket, so it doesn't matter. But no, honestly, I think they'll be tough. I'd love to see Ulster there. I think that would be an absolutely fantastic final, and this two style and two brands of rugby just coming together, I think it would lend itself for a fantastic occasion.